Oh, hi. I'm back with another video so soon. Anyways, I wanted to make this video because, hey, I felt like making a video, and two, I have some stuff I want to talk about, but first, I wanted to take you out on a hike with us. So, this is a spot that I've been to once before, and I do believe I used footage from a previous hike in another video of mine. So this is not the first time I've been here. However, there was a portion of this hike that I had never done before, and well, technically it's a separate hike, but it's right across the street. So we got here pretty early in the morning. I think it was about 7 o'clock a.m. and we left around 8:30. I think it was just after 8:30. So it was about an hour and a half. The dog has been quite quiet ever since, which is lovely. She's actually snuggled behind me, and I'm sitting on the sofa recording this, so it's kind of cute. I can't lean back though, but I don't need to lean back. Anyways, I highly recommend getting out there first thing in the morning. I think it's something that's really good for your mental health. I feel like for me personally, it just starts my day off right. And now I'm gonna see you back at my place. Okay, bye for now. I had a nap. I'm not normally a napper, but with my plan right now to work on my burnout, um, I think getting more sleep is going to be really helpful for me. So I wanted to quickly talk about a couple things that I am doing to help me with my sleep. But first, I'm going to go get my tea. Okay, so I'm back with, this might actually look like matcha tea, and it might taste and smell like matcha tea, but it's actually mulberry leaf tea, and it's considered to be a good alternative for matcha tea if you're caffeine sensitive, as this one doesn't have any caffeine. I find I really like the taste of matcha tea, but after a certain time in the day, I know that if I drink it, I will be up all night long, and we're kind of veering into that time now. It's almost 3 o'clock, I think. So I thought I would make myself a nice cup of mulberry tea. There's lots of health benefits to mulberry tea, which I can't remember what they are, um, but I really enjoy it. It's really nice to have a drink that tastes the same or very similar to another drink that I like, without it having gone through any sort of decaffeination process. So that's my number one thing that I'm trying to work on is consuming less caffeine throughout the day. I I do drink I drink a lot of coffee, but I also find that with coffee I can drink coffee later in the day and it doesn't affect my sleep the same way that matcha does. So with with this, it's a nice alternative. The other thing that I'm doing right now is I'm taking this product called Gotu Kola. So it's a plant that's from Fiji, and other parts of that area, as well as I believe it also grows in places around the equator, so like Mexico. Uh, Anyways, so this is a herbal tincture that is supposed to be good for stress and resting, as well as collagen boosting. Um, what this particular brand says on the back is recommended use used in herbal medicine as a calming aid for restlessness and nervousness, or two as a tonic for the mind and to improve memory. Now, I will say there isn't really a whole lot of documented evidence to support those claims. So I do think that is one thing to be mindful of when you're trying any kind of herbal supplement is how much science is behind it and the quality of the science. So this one they have done tests on animals. Not, I don't know about this particular brand. I hope not. Um, but they have done studies with mice where they've made the mice basically depressed and then fed them this, and they did notice a bit of an improvement. They've also done studies with people who have taken antidepressants, and they noted that this did help them when they were taken off their conventional Western medicine antidepressants. So there is some hope, I guess, that something like this could work. But on the flip side of that, it's important to notice and to recognize that what are the qualities of these studies? Like for instance, are people self-reporting? Which I mean, self-reported studies, I don't think we should completely disregard, but I also feel like there's way more room for interpretation that is maybe not super helpful when you're actually trying to figure out if something is going to be beneficial or not. I will also say that this does react with certain medications, and if you're on any medication for diabetes or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, it's recommended not to take this. Um, so if you're in, oh, and if you have any liver or if you've had a history with skin cancer, they also say not to take this. There's a fair amount of information online about this, but I do think with herbal medicine, you do kind of need to take it with a bit of a grain of salt. For me, I had a really good discount at the store, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try this stuff because I've been reading up on it for a little while, and I've been kind of curious to see if something like this could help me because I'm constantly so tired, and I think it's really impacting the way that I move through this world. And I definitely want this 2 week period that I have when I'm off work as kind of a reset period where I can, spend time doing things that I like and getting quality sleep. So I took about half the recommended dose. So that was about 30 drops. They said 60 for this product. I think with other products it might depend on how it's formulated. So definitely read the label or consult your naturopathic doctor. Um, so I'm trying this, and I had a fantastic nap. It was about a 30-minute nap. Like I just took it and then basically passed out. And I've been feeling pretty good ever since I've taken this. It does say to have this 3 times a day on an empty stomach. I just ate my lunch at kind of late, but I think I'm only going to take it twice today. I'll probably do it before I go to bed. I did read a Reddit post where someone said that they had a really hard time falling asleep with this, so I'm kind of curious to see if that will be what happens to me or not. Anyways, that's kind of my spiel on like drinking less caffeine and trying out a herbal product to see if it'll get me in a better place with my sleep, and hopefully that will also help rejig a few other things. See you later, alligator.